I am Chitrakant Banchor, my mail ID. I have more than 12 years of experience to teach computer programming, particularly under Unix environment. Today I am going to cover overview of multi-threaded programming under Unix environment using POSIX thread. So let's see the outline of the session. What we are going to learn today, we are going to discuss about the overview of threads. Overview of threads. Then we'll see how to create threads using POSIX thread called as library. Then we'll see some example programs, how to create thread, how to compile it, how to run it under Linux environment. So let's start. Let's talk about little bit related to threads in general. As we all know that a program in execution is called as a process. Similarly, a thread is also in execution, but modern process is considered as a process with multiple threads. But what is basically a thread? So in general, conceptually, a thread is called as a path in execution. Let's say this is a program. Suppose this is the program. Suppose we have, let me tell you about thread in general first. Suppose we have written this program. Let's say this program is p1.c, and when we start execution of this program, suppose this is the trace or steps to be performed by this program during execution. So whatever the path follows during execution by a running process is called as a thread. This is a thread. So here the overall thread can be divided, or in fact you can say overall process is divided into two categories. One is called as traditional process and another one is called as modern process. According to the terminology, traditional process is called as a process with one thread of control. Let's say this is a traditional process P1 and this is a modern process. So let's say this is modern process P2. So here, if it is a traditional process, so we used to call a process with one path of control or one thread of control is called as a traditional process, whereas modern process may have most of the time a process with multiple threads of control. So we'll see how to create threads using a library called as POSIX library. So let's talk little bit about this library, POSIX library. It is called as POSIX. It is the full form of this POSIX is Portable Operating System Interface, mainly for Unix. So that's why POSIX, it is basically IEEE standard of library. It provides various system calls or APIs to create threads, to schedule threads, to manage threads most of the time under Unix environment. So here for this POSIX thread we'll see how to create thread. So one such function, main function for thread creation is pthread. Let's see the prototype of this function, pthread underscore create. This is the name of the function. Then first argument is pthread underscore t star tid. I'll explain about different arguments later on. Let me tell you about let me write about different arguments. First argument is pthread underscore t tid. Then second argument is attribute pthread underscore attr underscore t. Right, this is the second argument. Then third argument is it is void star. Then let's say name of the routine to be executed by a thread, start routine, then void star and last argument is void star arg. Right, now let's discuss about these arguments and other things. This is the main function. The name of the function is pthread underscore create. Right? It accepts these many arguments according to the prototype of pthread underscore create. First argument is pthread underscore t star tid. Second one is attribute. Third one is something like this, and last argument is void star arg. Its a return type is integer. Let me tell you about the arguments one by one. This whatever the thread created by this pthread underscore create function, that thread gets a unique thread identifier. That assigned thread identifier by the library is stored in this variable tid. Second argument is attribute. Attribute, basically there are two types of threads we can create using this library. One is attachable threads and another one is detachable threads. So the attribute, whether it is attachable or whether it is detachable, that we can specify as a second argument. Then third one is basically a thread. When you start execution of a program, so thread will be created using this pthread underscore create function. So this thread executes code or function. So this third argument is the routine address of the routine which we want to execute, or which we want to invoke using this thread, newly created thread. And this last argument is argument. Suppose this function accepts any argument, so that argument we can provide as the last argument to this pthread underscore create function. In case of success, pthread returns 0, and in case of failure, most of the time it returns -1. So let's see one example of thread. Before writing thread, I want to tell about how to create thread and how it works. Suppose we have this function. Let's say this is a function. Name of this function is f1, right? And this is our main function. This is our main function, and these two functions are in a single program p1.c. We have written a program p1.c, and in this program there are two functions. Main function where program execution starts, and there is another function f1. Right, now if we want to execute this function f1, normal function call procedure we can use like this. This function will be called. So program execution starts from main, then control goes to this function. This function executes. Meanwhile, this main function will be in the waiting stage. Main function can resume its execution only when control transfer back to this function, and thereafter it can continue. So this is the normal function call. But if we want to call the same function using thread, what happens? We have a routine for thread creation. We have seen that pthread underscore create. So here we will call this pthread underscore create function in main, and we pass address of this f1 as an argument to this pthread underscore create. So program execution starts from main. Whenever it reaches at this particular point, it because of this pthread underscore create, library starts execution of this function using another thread, and this here it will not stop, it can continue. So here we have two threads. One is the main thread, and another one is the newly created thread due to this pthread, and which executes the instructions written in this function f1. So this type of function call we can do using pthread underscore create. Here in this example we talked about single thread. So the same function can be executed by many threads. Using various pthread underscore create function, we can start many threads of execution. So this is the nature of thread creation. Now we'll see one example. We'll see one example code how to create thread. So let's see how to create thread. Suppose we define one function. Let's say we have this function void star demo1, and this function, though it is not going to accept any argument, even though we provide void star arg, this function is going to display just hello on the screen. this function is going to display hello on the screen. It is not going to return anything, or in fact you can say neither it returns anything nor it accepts any argument, even though we define this function that it returns void star and it accepts one argument void star arg. This this is the normal practice to define function to be executed by pthread underscore create. This why we are doing, because according to the prototype of pthread underscore create, third argument is void star start underscore routine, then void star. Right here, this is name of the function in this example demo. So this is the name of the function, and you know name of the function contains address of the function, right? And this void star says that this function is going to return void star generic pointer, and here this void star says this function is going to accept generic void generic pointer. Sorry, this one is also generic pointer. Return type is void star generic pointer, and this one is also void star. It may accept one argument of type void star. So that's why here, though this demo function is not going to return anything, even though we have defined its return type as void star, and this demo function is not going to accept any argument, even though we have defined void star arg. And because we have defined its return type as void star, here we have written return null. Return null means nothing. Now this is the function. We are going to call, or we are going to invoke this function using pthread underscore create function. So I'll write main function for this program. Main function, right? Let's say integer main, and we'll declare one variable of type pthread underscore t. Pthread underscore t, let's call this as tid, right? And we'll use this function pthread underscore create. First argument to pthread underscore create is pthread underscore t star tid. It means first argument, it is going to accept address of a variable of type pthread underscore t. So that's why here we have declared this variable tid. Now we'll pass address of this variable tid as a first argument. Second argument is about the, so this using this pthread underscore create, we are going to start a new thread which is going to execute this function. So this newly created thread can be detachable or attachable, so that we can specify as an attribute. So if you want to go with the default attribute, at that time second argument will be null, and default attribute is attachable, right? This thread after completion, it is going to attach with the main thread. So here then third argument is name of the routine. So in this case demo 1 is the function demo 1, and because it is not going to accept any arguments, so that's why we pass null. So here let me explore further, and after that we'll write at the end return null. It's not going to return anything, so simply we write null. Now how this program executes? Program execution starts from main, and whenever it reaches at this particular point, pthread underscore create, the library POSIX library will be activated. Here we assume that we need to include a header file, has include pthread .h header file. We need to include this header file pthread.h to use POSIX APIs for thread creation in C program. Now when control reaches at this particular point, POSIX library will be activated, and thread will be created because of this pthread underscore create. And here we have specified demo1, the name of the function. So automatically one thread will be started at this particular point, and this thread will continue. Now this thread will get its own thread identifier, and that value will be stored in this variable tid, right? And after that both the threads, this is the main thread and this is another thread, both threads execute concurrently. So this is one demonstration program, and after that let's see how to compile this. Now in this case, for example, this whatever the program just now we have seen, this program file name is p1.c. So how to compile this program? We use this compiler GCC. Suppose we want to provide executable file name or object file names p1, so that's why this -o, and assume the file name is p1.c, and because in this program we have used pthread library, so automatically it will not be linked, so explicitly we have to link it. So for that purpose we'll have to provide this flag, and after that we'll have to write -l pthread, and when you compile it, then this program object file p1 will be created, and we can execute this file as usual like any other Unix program ./p1. Then because of the thread which we have created in this program, hello will be displayed on the screen. So this is the simple program. Now we'll write one more program, and in that program we'll discuss use or difference between main thread and other thread. Suppose what happens, in the previous program we have created thread in the function main function, and this one is the demo function where newly created thread executes. Now this is called as main thread, and this one is a thread created by pthread. Now after creation of thread, this main thread will continue, right? Main thread is nothing but the thread actually starts the program, actually starts the process in fact. So if main thread will not wait for the termination of this thread created using pthread, then what happens, if main thread terminates, entire process will be terminated. So automatically this thread will also be terminated. We want that main thread should wait for the termination of threads created using pthread_create function. So for that purpose, POSIX library provides a function, and name of that function is pthread_join. pthread_join. Its argument is pthread_t tid, and second argument is pthread_t star. Sorry, this second argument is, first argument is pthread_t tid, second argument is void star thread return. So these are the two arguments. So let me tell you. About this join function. Now main thread and thread demo thread created using one. Now as I told you, there are two types of threads we can create: joinable thread, attachable thread, detachable thread. Similarly, it can also be called a joinable thread or non-joinable thread. By default, now whatever the threads we create using POSIX thread, these threads are called as considered as joinable threads, right? So here what happens, if this main function, in the scope of main function, if we use pthread_join, right? So what happens, and this particular point we have used pthread_create. So because of this pthread_create, a new thread will be created which executes this demo function, and main thread continues its execution, and because of this pthread_join, main thread will wait for the termination of this thread created using pthread, right? So here first argument to pthread_join is main thread or calling thread has to wait for the termination of the thread which is referred using the first argument. Second argument is, if this thread created using in the main thread using pthread underscore create, if this function is, or if this function is going to return any value, so that value is pointed by this second argument. I mean, this void star thread underscore return is a variable which points to the memory location where this thread returns a value. It's like a function returns value to the main function, right? But most of the time we try to avoid return any value from the thread, because we don't, I mean, it is not safe practice to return thread's local variable. Now we rewrite the same program using this I mean, we write another program using this pthread underscore join in the next session. Thank you for this.